now, December 14th, 2009, filling in for Regis, AC360, Anderson Cooper. Love.
Well, you know, how was your weekend?
It was a great weekend. Yeah, I went out to Long Island. My daughter rides this pony, so they had their barn party. I was standing in a barn on Saturday night, which actually was so beautiful and so nice.
Yeah.
It conjures up.
What does a barn party entail?
You're standing in a barn, and then and then the kids hang stockings by their ponies and stuff them with carrots, and the parents hang out upstairs by the bar.
I imagine all the parents hiding behind the hay.
It's like a regular party, but with horses. But I didn't peter downstairs.
Did you drive back in that weather last night?
Oh my gosh.
The weather in New York last night was like biblical.
It was
yes,
biblical.
Yeah. I felt like a plague of locusts was next. was going to come next.
What time did you come in?
I was actually in the city. We had our office Christmas party.
Oh.
So I had to go to this thing because normally I would have just stayed in the home, cowering in fear of the rain.
Right, exactly.
But what's weird in New York is when you need cabs most, they all go off duty. Have you noticed this?
Oh, they all go off duty. That's
so
correct.
last night in the rain, they were every cab was off duty. It's like a secret signal. They all turn it off.
That's right. Well, I live in Soho, so what happens is I make it in record time back to the city, and then 1 block away from my house, 1 block, which I could have walked, right? I sit for an additional 45 to 50 minutes, just sitting there. And I can see my apartment. I'm like, it's right there if this car would just move up 1 inch.
There was a 50-car pileup.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we actually have some video, I think, on a Connecticut road. 50 cars. I think some 46 people had minor injuries in this thing. It was one after the other, but driving back was okay for you? Yeah,
driving back was okay, but
I don't know who that guy is, by the way.
He's the guy that started the whole thing. I'm kidding.
No,
it's just jokes. You're probably an innocent victim. You're probably the last guy to get hit. No, but you realize that somebody did have to start the 50-car pile.
Yes, that person is now laying low. That person is now vacationing with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, Friday he announced, after the show was on, Friday night he announced that he was going to be leaving golf indefinitely. Not sure what that means.
Right.
And then Accenture, his big brand, dropped him over the weekend.
Right.
And I don't know if you've been in airports lately, but every airport in America is covered with pictures of Tiger Woods and Accenture ads, and that's now going to be August taken down.
It was it's very funny. I'm not even sure. I wasn't aware that I realized that he was a spokesperson. But
really? What planet have you been living on?
No, for Accenture, but it's like one of those companies you don't notice
you
until you notice it.
Well, you also the ads for Accenture, I don't know if you've seen them, are so. I don't know when. I don't really know what Accenture is.
Exactly. I'm like, is it a headache medicine?
Right. But they're all like little slogans, like "What would you do next?" And it's him like pondering a golf ball, and so you sort of don't know what it means.
Right.
To this day, I don't know what Accenture does.
Right. But now we have a better idea of what it could possibly. What was he pondering in those ads?
Yeah.
I think they take on a whole new interesting meaning now.
You're reading the subtext now.
That's right. Now the Accenture ads have subtext, whereas before they didn't.
Did you see? Speaking of. Well, I don't know what we're speaking of, really. Ashley Dupree, who was I guess what would be the word, hooker for the former governor, Eliot Spitzer.
Is that your first time using the word hooker?
Probably, yeah.
You know, it reminded
me that I will admit to.
It reminded me of the first time I used the word hooker.
Tell me about the first. Mommy, tell me about the first time you used the word hooker.
It was right here on this show, as a matter of fact, and I also went hooker. Because it makes you go, can I say that? I'm not sure.
But so Ashley Dupree, who was involved with the governor, now is a columnist for the New York Post on guess what? On sex and relationships. Yes. So I'm not sure she's the best person to give advice.
I listened to her on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and my husband happened to have been a guest on the show that night, and she Skyped in, and she had this very interesting take that women like her in that profession save marriages. They don't break them apart.
Really?
I actually got out of bed and went, what? And then I hit the rewind button and I listened to it over and over again.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I think I'll read that column just to have that moment. You know what I mean? I like those moments.
There was also a protest in Times Square that I drove by yesterday for, I guess, as part of the to pay for health care, they're talking about doing a tax on cosmetic procedures, like on Botox and on...
Yeah. Steady yourself.
Wait, let me make an expression. I am furious and surprised.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Here's a picture from the protest. That was funny. You drove by it, and it was all these people protesting or outraged, but you know, you couldn't tell because they're completely blank.
We must. So is it all cosmetic procedures?
I believe so.
Or just some?
I think right now it's just proposed. They're calling it the Botox or the nip tuck. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It would cost somewhere between. Well, never mind.
Well, let me read. I want to read it.
No, there's nothing really very interesting.
Because this could affect my Christmas gift. Don't show this to Mark Consuelos.
Yeah.
I was in Disney World recently.
Yeah, I
and I
remember
got
that.
you a present.
You did?
I did. I got you a present.
Wow.
I just wanted you to have that. You can call it your early Christmas gift.
Okay. Let's see.
You need it. It's something you need.
Okay, I see. Thank you. It's a Mickey Mouse watch.
Yeah. Cute.
Very nice. The reason is because I have not had a watch for 2 years because I'm punishing myself.
He's punishing himself because he
Right.
lost his expensive watch, and so by punishing himself, he never knows what hour of the day it is. How you get on the air every night is a miracle.
Well, this is good. I can wear this.
Isn't that cute,
Yes.
though? I thought it was really cute.
And I won't feel guilty because I didn't buy it.
Exactly.
Right, yes.
If you lose it,
Who cares?
who cares? Who cares? It's not like it's an heirloom either. You can.
It's a very nice one. It's a nice Mickey Mouse watch.
I
Thank
thought
you very
you would
much.
like it, and
Yes.
oh, it looks handsome on you.
I'm not sure it does much for my credibility. Like,
No, it does. It does. You can.
Interviewing like Muammar Gaddafi, I'm like, Mr. Gaddafi,
You know what?
the big
Anderson?
pause on the 10. I believe I have a few more minutes.
You're such a name dropper, Muammar Gaddafi.
Well, when he was on the show the other week, he was so charming.
Oh, I thought you meant this show.
No, I did mean this show. No, of course I meant this show. Yeah. I have not had him on my show.
You haven't?
He's too hard to get. He'll only do morning TV.
Who is the one person that you have not interviewed that you are shocked that you're literally going, wait a minute, I am AC360. You have to do my show.
You know, I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't know. You know, we were able to talk to most of. You know, we don't go for like big name celebrities like you guys do. You know, I mean, we're sort of interested in.
Excuse me, I recall when Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt requested. I read it in the newspaper, so it had to be true. Requested an interview with you. They could have requested an interview with anybody, but they went to the source.
Well,
they went to 360
okay,
himself.
All right. So I got to tell you, I'm still recovering from that class last week. For a long time now, she's been trying to get me to go to a spin class.
Soul Cycle.
Yeah, and I resist any group activity because I don't want to look like a fool in front of a lot of people, except when I'm on television. And but so finally, I go to this class on Wednesday, and there were so many moments where I thought I was going to die, and actually started actively wanting to die.
There were. I got to tell you, there were moments where I thought you were going to die.
And literally, I'd be like. Thankfully, there was loud music playing, so no one could hear me go like, oh my God. And I would occasionally turn to Kelly, and she's just like not even breaking a sweat, and like a rabbit or like a gerbil on a cycle. I mean, she's just crazed. I don't know what you're like, you know.
It's the craziest.
Oh my God. And the class is filled with crazy people, all of whom seem This was no problem for the vast majority. 99% of them are women. There was 3 guys in the class. One of them dropped out. And the other guy was Jeff Probst, who Kelly is trying to get me in competition with, and she keeps whispering to me like, Probst is slowing down. Probst is slowing down. And so, which would only make me want to pedal faster. It was horrible.
You're better at this than Probst, I think. My money's on you. My money's on you.
And then,
Probst is off the bike. He's off the bike.
And there's this whole language of spin classes, which I still, like, the instructor was saying things, and it was like, look deep into your soul. And, I mean, things I didn't even know about.
What soul? I have no soul.
I know.
Ask my friend Momar.
Gelman was in the class, dude. You seemed to do okay.
Yeah, I was one of the guys, too. Thanks for noticing.
You were sitting in lady corner, though.
There are a lot of women, a lot of estrogen in that room.
I would say
and the instructor was great. Was it Kim?
Kim. Kim is amazing.
And she had abs like a crazy person.
She does. She'll suddenly...
Not that crazy people have particularly great abs, but...
She will... she'll take off her shirt in the middle of the class. I think
she's wearing something still, so it's not quite,
she is wearing... She is wearing pasties. No, I'm just kidding. It's to amuse the 3 men in the class. No, but she she'll have a workout shirt, but then she has a shirt over top of it, and she takes that off, and then it's like it gives you added inspiration.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
and it's horrible. It's really. Has anyone here done the spin class? It's really painful, and I may do it again on Wednesday.
You are. By the way, I didn't want to tell you, but we're all signed up.
Oh, okay, good.
I got our bikes and everything.
But yeah. So, and it has really no correlation to actually riding a bicycle. Do you ride a bicycle?
No, I don't.
But you're like a spin class.
Mark told me that if I rode an actual bicycle the way I went spinning, it'd be dead in 4 seconds. He's like, you would actually die.
Because Mark actually rides bicycles.
Mark rides, he does. He rides bicycles. One day, everybody, when he's not looking, I'm going to take a picture of him in his bicycle outfit.
Oh, does he wear a whole outfit?
And I'm gonna tweet it behind his back. People were like, why didn't you tweet a picture of Anderson in spin class? And I was like, because I am gonna do that when he doesn't expect it.
The picture of Anderson in swim class, it's like a dog that's been ridden hard and put away wet. I mean, it's like a wet dog. Literally, by the end of the class, I was drenched in sweat. My feet were wet because my shoes are so filled with sweat. Yeah. I just wanted to die. I really wanted to die.
But here was amazing. You looked so good. Like, you looked good. Your body position looked good. Your muscles were ripped.
Well, there's not much you can really do you're on a bike, so you're just sort of sitting there.
There's a lot of things you can...
this class, they had weights on the bike, and then you're supposed to do the weights while you're doing the thing.
How heavy were the 1 pound weights?
They were like 1 pound, okay. But still...
How heavy did they feel?
They felt like, like they were 10 or 15 pounds.
You literally sit there, and I took Mark to the class, and he was like, do they have anything heavier than a 1 pound weight? And I said, you're not going to need heavier. And he's like, I think I will. And I'm like, you really won't. And 4 seconds into the 1 pound weight, he's like... Right? That's what happens to you.
It is totally what happens.
By the way, that's what you look like, too.
And it's probably true. We just hurt his hip.
That's exactly how we just hurt his hip.
Did he hurt his hip in that spin class?
We just hurt his hip in the spin class, which was weird because he wasn't actually on the bike. He was just, he was opening the door and pulled it into his hip. No, that's not.
How's he doing?
He's great. Did he find his cane? Did we get word on whether or not he found, they gave him a cane to sort of rehab with, which he immediately lost. It's like, how do you lose your cane? That's like the fundamental basis of your rehabilitation, is that cane is your lifeline.
But he's up, he's moving around.
Up and moving around.
Excellent.
Pacing the hallways. Because in New York City, it's very funny, if you live outside of the city, you have a house, you have rooms that you can wander around in. In New York City, he's just walking up and down the hallway, back and forth, to Alan Alda's apartment and back to his apartment.
Does he live near Alan Alda?
He lives down the hall.
Really?
Yeah, so he walks down to Alan's apartment, knocks on the door, and comes back.
That was always the fun thing about trick-or-treating in the city, is, like, as a kid, you trick-or-treat in a high-rise building. It never occurred to me, like, it wasn't until I saw E.T. that I realized, I think it was E.T., or one of those movies, that I realized, like, kids trick-or-treat around the neighborhood.
Right, exactly.
Like, they go to complete They can just wander down the street and go to complete strangers' houses.
Last year, I took my kids to my sister-in-law's in North Carolina, and I took them trick-or-treating outside, and they were mesmerized. They're like, "What's happening here? Who are all these people, and why do they know about what happens in our building?"
In New York, you go in a building, and like everybody in the building signs up for that. It's okay to ring their doorbell.
You can go to 11A, 11B, 11C never has good candy, so you don't go there, or whatever.
Right. And so you would just go door to door like that. It was very sort of organized and sterile and sort of controlled. Yeah.
You're right. I liked it that way, though.
I know, I sort of did too.
They had so much freedom outside.
Well, the real trick was that if you knew kids in other buildings, you could do your building, then a bunch of buildings. So you would knock off, I mean, you could rack up huge numbers in a very short space of time.
I mean, no time at all.
Right. It's none of this block by block by block, which seems sort of epic and long.
Although I did notice that certain houses on the block gave the grown-ups wine, which I thought was very interesting. I've never experienced that in a Manhattan apartment where anybody's like, have a glass of wine. You know, in New York, they slide the candy under the door. You know, they're like, here's the candy. Don't knock again.
I went to school in the 80s, so, you know, they gave champagne to kids back then. That's how they did it in my school.
You went to a fancy school.
Yeah.
We should make a couple of comments. Congratulations to George Stephanopoulos, who started today over at Good Morning America.
And Juju Chang as well.
And Juju Chang. Yesterday was Juju's first day on the air as well. And in Lady Gaga news, once again... What is the
latest Lady Gaga news?
Once again, Lady Gaga has stolen my kitty cat gladiator costume that I was going to wear. I was going to wear it. This was going to be for the Christmas show, and now I've got to find something new.
Well, how did you think of a kitty cat gladiator outfit?
I was like, what, when you think Christmas show, I think kitty cat gladiator immediately. That's what comes to mind.
Got it.
But yeah, she also stole my Meet the Queen outfit.
Oh, the picture of her meeting the Queen was very funny.
Yeah, the picture of her meeting the Queen. That was I was going to wear that outfit to meet the Queen. So now I'm like, how does Lady Gaga have a window into my closet?
She's probably on your tweet.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a big show today.
Colin Firth from the movie A Single Man is here.
I'm so happy that you're wearing
I'm very happy, and I'm glad. And you actually wound it and like put it to the right time.
I did. That's by accident. They must have done that. I didn't do it. We begin our holiday savings gift guide with a look at the best tech gifts for under $50. It's not too late.
Also, Tuesday we're going to have the hottest toys, $20 and under. Wednesday we're going to have Kelly's inexpensive picks plus great stocking stuffers.
Thursday, gifts that give back. What does that mean?
Charity.
Oh, charity gifts.
Yes.
I'll explain the concept to you a little bit later.
You buy something and give money to charity? That kind of thing.
Yes. Okay. I was going to say, my kids would be very upset with that. Look, kids, community service. Friday, free or almost free gifts, everybody.
And also all week long, we're going to be showing you scenes of New York City at Christmas time. You'll see some of your favorite landmarks decorated for the holidays.
And it's time for Holiday Snapshot Trivia. A go-go!